If I see Dre walk up on that stage, I'm gonna be like, what the hell is going on right now? All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Let's see what we get here. And you were right about the chamber. We got that on the other side for PRX. So we got that Sage coming in there. Maybe can cause some problems. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we were speaking about the Sage and the Bust that coming into the tournament, how she could be different. Probably we were thinking more in the hands of Davai, but I want to see him shine. I think that in the first map, he was one of the catalysts of them managing to get the win, but I saw him a little bit missing on this second one. For the side of G2, with the amount of deco that Trent has played,
Yeah.
I hope they, I mean, he definitely knows how to drone. I'm going to be paying attention to the rest of the lineups, though.
A lot of control on that PRX side, right? You
Absolutely.
got a lot of control. You got that Sage to lock down sites. You have that Vice to lock down sites. Curious to see, though, how G2 break through this and, try and, play to those advantages while keeping the comms calm.
Yeah,
comms
absolutely.
calm.
Yeah. I want to try to, I want to see a G2 that is still going for those kind of plays. I think that Joe has been excellent throughout the tournament. Here again, he just needs to triple down on it.
All right, folks, let's go ahead and send it back to your casters. Let's get map 3 underway. Here's Brennan Sideshow.
Could we have it any other way between these two teams? Map 3 is it's double Sentinel versus double Sentinel. You're seeing a lot of head-to-heads being made manifest here. The Duelist is something, and Jorgamo going to be battling in that Yoru head-to-head. And you've also got their own little twists, I suppose, as well on the double Sentinel comps that are being played.
Absolutely.
Leaf on the Chamber. Can he have that continuation of form from that last map where he was such a heavy hitter?
He's been outrageous in terms of their opening kills as well. He's 9-1 in the match so far in terms of first kill to first death. So Leaf is absolutely someone to keep your eye on. PRX, though, with this composition, they struggle on the attack side. They need to put together an incredible defense, which means pistol rounds like this, mighty, mighty important.
They've got an idea for it. A lot of players looking down mid as well for that peak, expecting Leaf to be down there, but he's also done the damage before he's gone down.
Technically another opening kill.
Exchange on either side. You can immediately see PRX are able to reinforce up most of the B site. Slow going for G2. They don't want to rush into anything.
You've got the wall placed down over here as well towards Catwalk, so it's going to stop any potential pivot. You cancel a B hit. Normally you want to go up through something like Catwalk. Well, that's not really available to you, at least for the next 30 seconds. And Leaf was the player controlling over towards A main, so you've got to be slightly concerned that some nutcase on PRX could have gone walkabouts in A main, because they're the kind of team that does that.
Could be the case. They're also going to be walking straight into Thorns laid down early. Jing with 2 slows.
Absolutely. It's about whether or not he can get them off in time, though. G2 could push him. Force him to keep his gun out.
Yeah. One layer of it now. TP into the back. Thorns in Jenny.
He's done a good job at slowing them down. Look how fast Forsaken's coming.
Jump with a tag. He knows he's there.
30 seconds left.
Jorgamo tight to the corner here. Actually, a bit of awareness just going to miss just for Jing in that. Still players are starting to look to see if they can float all the way back in with that frenzy. How the hell does Jorgamo get this value?
He's so good with it.
Too controlled, man. Something of Forsaken now, having to get it done. Sheriff in the mid. Something already going to be picking off. Jorgamo. He's gone in a 2v2. Anyone's game now at this point here. There's potentially an end that PRX have earned themselves. We'll find out. We can see how it gets going. A lot of damage being done. That is so precise in terms of the shots. And Trent has to reveal his position. The dart drifting overhead here. Something still delivering these shots. My God, what a monster he is.
Untouchable on pistol rounds, it feels like recently. The Ghost in hand delivers 4, and that's another 4v5 round to add. Now this one, maybe a bit fraudulent in terms of the 4v5s, because they were only 4v5 for about a fraction of a second.
Vice Yoru.
Leaf immediately comps that out, but it's something's incredible. Aim with the Ghost. To be able to carry them through. And they've been averaging like 30% of their 4v5 wins across this match so far. It didn't really slow down that much on Corrode. It's a big pistol round to get because PRX have struggled a little bit with this composition.
Give it an eye as well on the angle that Leaf loves to play. Very aware. They've done their homework.
Same spot he swung from in round 1.
Yeah. Going to be the one controlling A main early, so a bit anticipated and already going for the quick cleanup over towards B main, ensuring that there's no players that can slip past that one. Still, nasty shot by Jonah P to return. That's something was expecting a different angle.
Something
like this, just looking to do damage.
Something goes down 1 point away from getting his ult online. It'll make it slightly easier to deal with PRX maybe in round 3. But the net is tightening here onto Jonah P. And Trent.
Yeah.
And PRX deal with them fairly easily.
Look for my shadows, they will hide you.
PRX have so many tools to be able to work with on this defense side. But for whatever reason, they haven't looked perfect with it in the times that we've seen them running this comp. If they tighten it up, though, and they put together a great defense half, that'll change the narrative on Ascent quite a lot. Normally, the way that G2 like to play, though, is that they get Leaf onto deep angles over towards, you know, fighting B main or fighting Catwalk, fighting Market. These 3 areas of the map are crucial. They also like attack opping with Leaf and Baby Bay quite a lot.
Well, a lot of early util denied on the side of G2, but a drone wasn't. So, see, Leaf has managed to slip himself into a more forward approach. Clone eats a bullet.
Good protocol for taking a bit of cat control there without a smoke, actually getting deep onto this line.
Closed.
And they've set Leaf up to take a fight over towards, you know, deep spawn Market, something like that.
He's all the way in. Very wide face. Good adjustment by Jaw, but he oversteps himself. Jing was going to be putting him in his place still. Awareness there from Patman, still watching that angle, but Jonah P has found it. Targets are toppling, and now Devi is going to be the one under that pressure. He's going to try and hold them back now, just with that stinger. Seen out, but as he's placing the util, that's a pretty poor timing to be taking. Leaf running a mockery over them right now. They seems to be aware of the fact Jing does return that fire, but he's got the rifle and he's looking to get out while he can.
They don't need to save this rifle. Jing looking like he doesn't want to take the 1v3. Just playing his life in this kind of spot. So a round expected for G2 to be able to take this one. One of the easier ones that they'll have in this attack side when the economy is slightly weaker for PRX. Wasn't massively weaker though, and G2 did exploit a lot of gaps here. You know, the pathing when you look for Leaf, he takes a drone down mid and then he's walking all the way around into spawn and then through into the B site. That's potentially something that Patman will look to plug up. Patman actually went forwards into B main, looking to try to take the fight into Jonah P instead of covering that mid gap. And so I think it's, when I've been watching PRX, it's more those kind of things, the macro game, leaving holes in spots.
Yeah.
Best teams in the world on Ascent are super tight and disciplined with all of those timings. It's not a map, I think, that PRX have historically enjoyed playing that much. They used to run like Harbor Rainer here and stuff.
They've had many a look on this
Just
map.
to throw crazy curveballs. They probably played the most comps on Ascent of any team ever.
That's true. Yeah. It's made them enjoyable to watch for sure.
Something has an operator and an ult, so they can play for a bit of a retake setup and get him posted on aggressive lines. He's looking for Leaf at top mid, but the rest of G2 in A main.
Flash in your face alongside the dart. It's not broken in time, so it gets a clearance into A main. Smokes though, layered on top of one another. Bit of presence now backing away. Something has been using his ult for more just mid-round information. Especially on the slower attack side rounds of G2, so he might choose to do the same as Gatecrash fading. Not too worried about it though. He can even use his own ult as a bit of an exit strategy if he gets caught there. He's going peeking past mid.
He gets smoked off and he just walks in front of it.
Doesn't care.
PRX things. And now he's got the feeling that they're not actually taking mid, so he's looking to punish where else they could be.
Trent jump spotting, but that timing just goes a little bit wrong as a shot to the knee.
Oh, it's actually through the wall.
Through the wall.
And probably to the knee.
51 health is what Trent's working with here, trying to put together a picture of where G2 are trying to end. And Leaf is there, he answers back. Damage was done, potentially just a half armor, but something is punished nevertheless. So we're going to be sending it forwards now, flying without Dimensional Drifter, trying to clear up most of this one. Does spot Devi through the back, pings across the board here. Wall's going to be tripped out. Jorgamo, the contest here. Tangle with Devi. 1v1 onto the side, that could mean absolutely everything. Still, they haven't dealt with him, and he is drifting in. They're not really taking this fight together. Devi, a chance. That's all it will remain as well. He's going to be sent straight back. To spectate now and watch as Forsaken. Isn't really going to be making a play towards this one, not on a 1v4.
This is one of those classic examples of a great round put together on the attack side by G2. I mean, their game plan with this composition has been better than any other team. The way that they escort their chamber player, whether it's Paper Bay or Leaf, onto such good positions, Here, Leaf completely countered the play that something was going for. And I think especially against a team that loves to peak on defense, Leaf could just fry. This could be a map where Leaf runs away with things in this half. It's going to have to be something that PRX are very, very aware of. Because they do love to dry challenge. Forsaken keeps his gun. It's going to be helpful because the economy is not in a good spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a team that loves trying to take a timing and go for a swing. And if you're facing into Leaf's op or his outlaw, wherever you go, you're going to have a really bad time of things.
Look at that.
And he's fast enough to get set up right before something goes for it. And there's only a fraction of a moment there. A rough one from Jog, but he actually played that really nicely. The Yoru ult, and then the patience to just control the site and keep Devi locked into the back boathouse.
Time out here for PRX. Adjustments to be made. I mean, listen, it's 2-2 for now, but that's off the back of the pistol round win, the follow-up. For now, G2, when you think of them as a team as well stylistically, I would always say that G2 is kind of favorite play style. Into double Sentinel, you always want to be playing slow, controlled, working the map, trying to pull the util out. That is the bread and butter of G2. It's where they thrive. For PRX, it does kind of slow down, I suppose, those timings, instinctual as they may be for them. Yeah. They do like to peak a lot, but when they're playing double Sentinel, the comp restricts them. They don't like to be restricted.
Yeah, I completely agree. I actually think that, now we didn't talk about this too much, but I think the map veto is slightly misplayed here by PRX because in the second round of bans, they got rid of Haven. It's not a map that they enjoy playing, but they're actually really good at it.
Yeah.
And they play Waylay Yoru there, which I think is astoundingly difficult to deal with. And I think that would have been a more interesting question for G2. Do you want to play Haven or do you want to play Sunset? Rather than giving them Ascent towards the end. So certainly if we do see a rematch between these two teams later on in the tournament, this is one area that I expect PRX would make a change. I don't think they would want to end here. With me having said that, maybe PRX come out with a win in the end anyway. But at the moment, this defense half not looking too great, and it only takes a few on the attack side to feel like you're in a dire spot defending on Ascent.
Big flash forward as the play again, trying to take this one with a lot of confidence, but not too much more in terms of follow-up.
Yeah, but he gets one. How does he even get one?
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's a Forsaken difference.
Okay, but that is one of the only 2 rifles that they had in that round, and that's fairly unrecoverable.
But a quick scope. Missed something.
A lot of respect from Leaf there.
Yeah, still alive. Quick reactions as well, just to peel himself back. That much being done. Stray shots as well, just in case there's that util forwards. This wall, difficult to deal with.
That teleport all the way right behind Devi. I think he'll have heard it.
Here.
Jorg coordinating a play.
Players gearing up on PRX's side as well, looking to see if they can take a bit of a fight, but that's a triple face over wall, onto the wall. It's going to be triggered, still blinded up. That's a near side onto either side, drop it down. Bit of a hard clearance, but still they adjust and manage in time. G2
Here.
crack open that site. Jigginson going to make a play for it. Still, Leaf has got this one locked. What a shot! It's onto that jump spot and jump peak, but with just the Bulldog, the best weapon for the job.
Spike planted.
Might be able to give himself something a little bit better, but Jorgamo is going to be hot on his heels.
Had Devi had a rifle in that spot, maybe we'd be looking at a different round, but G2, another slow, controlled one. PRX finding it hard to force a fight. They look to try to fight here through tiles. G2 punish. They try to force a fight over towards A main, Gelato area. Leaf TPs away. And that just leaves them with their passive bunker set up on B. Currently, that is the spot that G2 are looking to punish.
I'm coming in, I'm gonna get in there.
All right, op v op now. Not necessarily looking at each other. Leaf instead getting posted in A main. Wine to clear.
TP into Wine. Double face, that's a quick TP straight out. Jorgamo even with the punish onto the main player. 1-2 combo.
That should be the round. G2 are going to slow it down because they know that PRX love to flood in, but the drone is going to give them info that the site is theirs to take. And a 5v3. They had cleaned up quite a lot of those, even though I was saying they were losing advantage spots. G2 were great when they had this level of advantage on Corrode.
PRX immediately going for the save as well. They don't want to play towards it. Already 2 players down. They've got an operator in the hands of something. It's not the right weapon for the job. So it is another round, just 1 off the back of the barriers dropping. Kill going their way. G2 are the masters of this style of play.
Yeah, they're extremely good at it. Again, PRX are the ones that try to increase tempo. G2 are the ones punishing. And that has been this map so far.
Yeah.
I think you could model the whole match by how much G2 are able to punish. At the start on Lotus, G2 had to increase tempo. They had to play as fast as PRX in order to just keep up. Then Corrode, they start to slow the game down a little bit more, and they get rewarded for it. And here, they're slowing the game down massively, and it looks like PRX are really struggling. The maps themselves are just getting slower as we go through the series, and it's favoring G2 more and more. This round, Forsaken and Jing looking to try to set up a double swing off the back of space that, in theory, the slow should have controlled for them. But Leaf has egoed it, and Jorg has as well, just tucking in onto that angle to punish Jing. Great shots hit by both of them as well, to credit the G2 players, but they're anticipating that refight from PRX and getting onto good lines early. It's all about that. This whole comp, the way that G2 play it, is about getting posted on good angles before your opponents.
Something still with that operator. Jutting smoke down, it's going to be layered down by G2. Something tries to take a timing as well. Of instinct perhaps, but he could be lucky here. Thorns at your feet. Clone going to be broken.
It's a switch up for PRX. Normally they've been playing B quite passively. Now they're trying to fight it and leaving A to Forsaken, who's been a nightmare to get past, even on Corrode, both maps. It's been so tough.
Due diligence is there from G2 always. Broken nice and early. Forsaken with a deeper smoke. He's not got another one for 15 seconds.
But he knows that G2 are not going to be scaling quickly. His comp does not take space super fast.
Hunter's Fury potentially there. You see with a Steel Garden at least to set the pace of this one. Is there any clearance into Wine?
They're not thinking about it.
Forsaken, he's here. Drifted into the spot. His gun's going to be coming back any moment now, and that's the time to strike. It's Nye. He's going to jump on the chance to pounce. Potentially do some damage to help his team out. The flood attempt in from PRX, all off the back of the IGL. Valorant's going to try and do all he can to survive in a spot like that. But what a play to make. Just that slightest gap in discipline.
And what an adjustment as well from PRX to play B aggro and then have Forsaken. Probably your best player on the defense side. Just leave him all the responsibility in terms of creating a tangled web on A to deal with. G2 want to take that time in for the exec. They really did have no awareness that he might reposition his line, but that's exactly the kind of thing that Forsaken's going to do.
Yeah.
They've actually been very good at staying aware of those kind of plays over the course of this match, but this time not quite feeling it. Same defensive setup again here for PRX. It worked once, why not try it again?
Yeah, total of force in the hands of Leaf as well, so he's going to be quick to punish as well.
Passive on both edges of the map, but taking space in middle, G2.
Doubled up. Crossfire setup smoke, though, disrupts this to a degree. PRX holding a bit further back. The drone saved for just this occasion, so it's going to be used to try and get a bit of that mid-round information, but it's broken by Jorg.
If the drone hadn't been broken, I think Devi would have gone for a little peek there.
Something still holding his nerve. Holding the ground down towards B. It's going to come down to sharpshooting, I think, as well. See which player can put them into the dust soon enough. That is a shot, and what is that? Through the wall, lucky to be alive. The coverage from Devi, it's not quite there. Jogamo had that one entirely covered on that one angle, and something now feeling the heat and that pressure. Res up in through mid. It's pace that's been turned up to a degree. PRX looking to control this one back down again.
And that's a huge ultimate that they just brought back into play.
30 seconds
G2
left.
going to have to slow things down here, otherwise they're running in with pistols.
28 seconds left.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough here.
No time at all. I mean, it's a deep TP by VALORANT, but he's into Wine. He's looking to get punished. Forsaken still holding it down. War's going to be going down momentarily, especially when they're knocking at the door and trying to break it down themselves. Leave! All sorts of damage being done, but it's A, that's the problem. Forsaken needs to be dealt with, and this guy is a nuisance. He's in the goddamn walls, but time barely bought.
How have they won this round? It's absolutely insanity.
All the way down to the wire.
Leaf picking off both of those kills with the tour de force through mid. So despite Forsaken's best efforts, he's just receiving no reinforcements. They cut off that supply line so well. And operating within the chaos, because that B split had no hope of success. And to be honest, I thought the scramble over towards A had minimal chances too.
Forsaken definitely could have been playing spoiler towards it.
Forsaken instantly caught Valen, and then knows that the others have to be coming through a Sage wall. He's set up for one of his incredible solo rounds again.
Yeah.
But this time just not quite able to make it work.
And making Leaf go hunt. He's the one with just the stinger. Because anything picks up a rifle anyway.
I did say that Leaf might just dominate this game on the attack side.
It took over in mid.
Yeah, he's taking over the game. I feel like he is controlling everything right now. He's on every angle.
5.
And they can't get past it.
No, you can't trade as well. When a slow peel gets dropped down
Cutting through.
after the second kill, good luck trying to take a fight against him.
I do think that macro-wise, PRX had, again, a nice read there. But they just couldn't get it done, couldn't get past Leaf in the final moments to go and help Forsaken. They're still going to have a bye, but this, their last one, if they lose this down to an eco, and G2 with already 5 on the attack, it's starting to look really bad for PRX. The winners of Masters Toronto might be cast to the lower bracket.
That's a hell of a pit to be dropped down into, but somebody's going to be trying to pull his own weight. Quick kill there onto Trent. Operator revealed as well, but G2, they don't care about it. They're going to be taking the fight straight to them anyway. Creeping all the way up to the line. Divide trying to really see if he can put the hurt onto them again, but that is an instant trade once more. G2, you're playing into their wheelhouse, but this is a round that PRX, they don't want to give up. So Dimensional Drift is going to be used again to set it forwards. The trade bug, oh my god, man! He's everywhere!
He can do no wrong.
And he's dominating so far, round after round. PRX on the shoulders of Something and Jing. Creeping away past here. Looking for any sort of sightlines, and they got the wall off into CT. Attempt to try and break it. Leaf still wins that out. It's a 4K for him.
It's criminal.
And Something is scurrying away to try and deny that ace.
They tried to trap him in hell. Tried to deal with the others.
He broke his way out.
Slammed a bullet into his captor. Something is going to escape on this one. We're going to be denied the ace here, but Leaf has essentially done it again.
It's round after round.
It's utterly ridiculous. But I think, again, a lot of credit to G2 too, because they are finding these little gaps around the place. PRX left A main completely open. This time Forsaken decided to focus on Cap. But in a 4v5, Forsaken starts to be worried about A main, throws a smoke, and G2 find a timing. Leaf leaves a trip, and a player gets slowed down, so he gets a kill off the back of it.
Yeah.
14 kills across 9 rounds. And now the anger's starting to come out. Now the frustration starts to build.
Yeah, I mean, he is. 14-5 for Leaf right now. 14-5. We've only played 10 rounds of Ascent so far. He's on the attack side as Chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 rounds, I should say. We're on the 10th now.
That's ridiculous. He's averaging 1.5 kills every single round. I mean, not quite a Thanos, but you know,
No, he's up there though.
Pretty close.
He's getting there.
No, in terms of individual performances, he's been lighting the world on fire today, and I think you could say he's slowly even been getting better from map to map to map.
Yeah. I mean, this map, he looks instinctual. Like, he knows where the players are through the walls. He's expecting fights on certain timings.
And I think,
snapping to them.
I think it's going to put a lot of pressure on these PRX players to make more bold, aggressive plays. And that invites more opportunity for mistakes.
Yeah. It's what's got it done in the past, especially those first 2 maps. Big heroics from PRX. They need a step up now. Bit of a weaker buy here for PRX, so willing to take more risks with it. And hello, I've seen this one before. Missed one way, playing inside with the Bucky.
Yeah, they normally have a flash and a recon through it though as well. Yeah. They do like to run that one aggro. Something's holding really close to this with an operator on the other side.
This angle not ideal as well, especially when players are lying in where you can't hit the adjustment, and the punish is there. For the first time for it, they're just trying to beam these players down with the bullets. They're doing the job anyway. Blind as anything, and it's just a game of just hunting down the minimap. Dissecting the map, it's what G2 do best. Especially with this double sentinel comp, you are right in the wheelhouse. It's going to take timings like this, little plays to be made. But individuality can only do so much against this war machine that is G2.
They are completely in control right now. They're contacting all the way up to the danger areas. They're recognizing exactly where the danger is. And then that protocol to tuck Leaf behind the box so that you double swing catwalk as soon as the smoke drops is really nice. Great control. But they literally just walk down mid there.
Yeah.
And in some rounds, something's going to be fighting it.
I need one! I need one!
Yeah, Trent is currently 1 of 4.
Yeah.
Not that it matters when you're winning, but yeah.
Like you were saying earlier, I just don't get the freebies.
Full Leaf.
Yeah, it's tough to get kills when one guy's hoovering them all up on the other side of the map.
Yeah, in his own words, playing with Thanos, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Tricky spot. PRX here with a buy, though. They've invested fully into this one. They have ults on top of it. One away from Patman's ult of the Hunter's Fury.
They need heroics to stop themselves from going down into the lower bracket. We're only in round 11, and I'm already thinking that they're in desperate territory.
Yeah.
Flash. Recon.
Yeah, dive on top of it. That's going to be a big reveal onto multiple players looking to try and take the fight forwards. But again, the comp doesn't really suit it. You can't jump on the chance. Fades away.
And now you've been baited into forward positions.
Double bait and switch here. That's good damage done though. Forsaken is going to be spamming. Roar into it. A dimensional drift to try and clear most of that corner out. Jing is forward again. Trying to take that fight. You can hear the sound cues. Jonah P is just waiting in thick water. Forsaken's still going to be the one to put the bullet to the dome.
And
Finally a player advantage.
And something fast on the flank. You can play retake in this spot, but Trent's already the playmaker.
Trent trying to slip the net. There's one! Oh my god! Straying out with the bullets on either side. Forsaken finds it. Oh, cancelled out. Goes out here. Forsaken trying to sow chaos again once more, but something onto the flank again could just be the nail in the coffin they needed for a round like this. Juggernaut not anticipating it whatsoever. And it's all down to Valorant. It's a 1v3. Positions here is playing way out into the open, but the bait and switch is perfect from PRX. Exactly what they needed.
Yeah, fast push on the opposite side of the map. Even losing the Steel Garden in the midst of all of that didn't end up being a massive difference maker. Crazy scenario over there. Trent trying his best to try to make the play. PRX need every round they can though. Got to clean up this one as well. Get it to a 7-5 half and you might have a hope. Alex is looking anxious, stressed.
Yeah. Both of these teams know the win cons as well. This double sentinel comp, when you're losing this many rounds on defense, doesn't bode well. PRX still cannot afford to be disheartened.
Up the op battle over here towards B main. What util does each team use?
Wow, it just comes down to it. I mean, there's a flash that doesn't go down. Wait, Forsaken! I should say something still steps up.
That's a crazy repeat from something. Jonah P on the angle earlier, but it doesn't matter.
Fine taken forwards, and sometimes that's what's needed. A bit of disrespect. Real big answer back here for PRX to find it. Deep jutting smoke on the attack side here for G2. Feels like they could be pushing past it. Disrupts the crossfire setup that they had going on. PRX might find themselves in a bit of a tricky spot here. Hunter's Fury trying to pave a way forwards again. That TP is going to be cut into the corner. Dodging, juking, maybe even in the midst of all of that. Yes, damage is being done, and with those kills claimed, it goes on either side. Patman finally lets loose with one of his own. But it's a 3v3 that they're going to be playing themselves into.
Flash available for Jorgamo. And one for Forsaken as well. This flash recon combo should be quite nice, but PRX forced to use it early.
Paranoia sidestepped, but no one really anticipating. It's a smoked off position. Forsaken gives away his life. With the slow field drop down at your feet. Your options even more limited. Revealed over and over and over again. Damage through the walls. Bled to death. 1,000 cuts here. You might have that heal in the back pocket. But it's a chokehold setup currently going on. It's going to take just raw individualism. Heroics from either side. It's all G2 though. A red feed that's filled up in their name. 8-4 is the half. An attack side that you can be proud of if you're G2.
Excellent game plan. Really nice calling from Valin. Putting Leaf in a position to win. And my God, did he deliver. 17-7 to end. Every shot felt like it landed with the operator. Such a beast of a player. And that's with PRX winning Pistol.
They're going to have to drag it back one round at a time if you PRX.
They need insane heroics to come back into this one. And an attack side that goes bonkers.
Absolutely. For now, though, we're going to send it down to the floor. Lou is standing by with some very special guests.
And the G2 boys also have their fans here in Paris. Je suis rejointe par deux fans G2, no good name. And Cedric, first of all, the jerseys suit you very well, boys. The first question I wanted to ask you is, we've seen the boys putting up quite a show, right, on stage, waving, celebrating, flaming a little bit. So I wanted to know how you enjoy this as a fan. Donc on les voit un petit peu, les joueurs de G2 se lever, trash, célébrer, tout ça. Comment est-ce que ça rend l'expérience de fan encore meilleure pour toi?
Alors, tout simplement, c'est G2, c'est la mentalité de G2. Et il ne faut pas oublier que G2 est dans son âge d'or, in the golden era.
Okay, I think that's a pretty solid answer. Indeed, it's G2, it's the G2 mentality, so I think we shouldn't act surprised, and I agree with you on that. And Cedric, we love the fan storyline, you know, and I think you have one with a player. So who's your favorite player in G2, and for how long have you been rooting for them?
Well, my favorite player is Trent. I've been a fan for 6-7 years, ever since the guard, and he's my favorite player. I just love the way he plays and just how he acts on stage, his calmness.
Coleman cold, right?
Yeah, exactly. In G2, we are in our golden era, and Busio, you're a rat.
And Bustio, tu es un rat, on est dans notre ère goldée, dans notre âge d'or, effectivement. Et Trent, c'est mon joueur préféré, je le suis depuis l'époque de The Guard. Merci, les gars. Thank you, boys. And we're gonna see who takes this decider on Ascent right now.
And we're looking at purely that uphill battle for PRX, stray shots being sent to the Fnatic camp. Wasn't expecting that. That's insane work from them, but we really have to iterate how much of a dire situation this currently is for PRX. The composition that they're playing, listen, attack side is not favored when you're going into the double sentinel. It's really going to test them on every single level and see how far this team has evolved this year. And they're a squad that have high aspirations. They do not want to be getting sent into the lower bracket at this point. It is a bloodbath. It's a piranha pit down there, and it will be eventually. I know this is the first game of playoffs, but it's bound to be with the quality and caliber of the teams that we've seen so far.
No, I completely agree. You've got to stop Leaf from doing this again on the defense side. You look at the Coinbase Econ report, he's just pumping out damage to everybody. Number big, and he's gonna, by prioritizing getting an op in his hands on the defense side as well. Early on, he's the player they're gonna have to get through, but PRX need double pistol here to have a hope on Ascent.
Goes without saying. Round 13 then, vitally important. Hasn't been the case all series long, really. We've seen a lot of Thrifties and Ecos straight back at you. Jorgen's going to be catching a lot of contact there, a lot of heat being sent his way through mid. PRX looking to really reinforce this one up, and that's a fight to be taken. Leaf though will respect it almost immediately. Trademark going to be broken, a lot of damage there. The shot dart just off the side of it, and through the wall, Leaf is finding it. Door was closed off into their faces here. Barely a pixel to work with, but PRX are still looking to overwhelm. Reinforcements, though, in through the back, and this is a weird timing to be taken. You've warded off your only avenue over towards A, and then you're trying to make your way over towards B. Devi trying to put the squeeze down onto them. They could go in either direction if they're going to go back into Jonah B.
Oh, he could feast here with a frenzy.
They've
got to clear this.
So much damage being done to all of them right now, but that frenzy's barely out of there. 5 bullets left and trying to do the job, but this guy can't be stopped. They finally remove him, but the damage has been done from every single side and avenue and angle. Divido might have just done it, and he's brought it into that 1v1. Enough damage done in the process. Pacman versus Trent. Sova versus Sova. 30 seconds left, and they know the rough positions.
30 seconds left.
Both are damaged, weak as anything, but Pacman walking right into it. And he's got them that round they needed. A pistol round earned, and potentially a chance.
That is such a huge round there for Pacman to win. He's had a rough game so far on Ascent. He was 0-7 at some point, I think.
Spike down.
Barely able to pick up a kill by the end of the half, but wins a critically important 1v1 against his direct opposition on the other side to give his team a lifeline. G2 look to try to take a fight again over towards B main, wondering if PRX are going to be fighting over that. Vice Flash tells them that someone's in that location, but it's Devi and he's already left. So a bit of a gap to be exploited down through mid. The worst thing in the world would be another one of these Thrifties that we've seen so many of if PRX want to come back into this.
Slam shot into their face. Leaf is very forward onto the angle, committing headhunter bullets to that. The damage as well, trying to get it going through the wall, but something is lying in wait to strike. Jonah P flashing a peek of his own. Risky business here from G2, and they're looking to really make it hard, putting the squeeze onto PRX despite the weaponry advantage.
Here comes the Sage Wall. Opportunities to punish Leaf here.
Double swing through, catching onto it now, and Jinx right up on top. Sharp shooting again, but even better, Jonah P's side of things. Weak as anything though in this spot. Cameron hiding right behind Dice, something now looking to reinsert himself back into the conversation, and a lot of damage done indeed. Still, surely he's there. Team got his back. Better weapons at the end of the day. Valon's in a sticky spot here still. Kill onto something. Can call it a successful eco. For PRX, they're going to keep every weapon intact. They can do the best job towards it with 3 of them surviving.
I like the ideas here that are being shown by PRX. Yes, that's a full anti-eco round, but inserting somebody deep into market, going back over towards B main, breaking the door so your market player can actually have impact, and then doing your B exec, where you have the Sage Wall up. These are the kind of things that they'll be also needing to work in on their rifle rounds. The big problem is, I have not seen this Sage comp put together a good A exec. Doesn't matter if PRX or it's Fnatic who are running it. I think G2 only really have to be afraid of mid and B.
It's being reinforced. Leaf is in position. Scared about the potential of a peek. Outlaw in his hands. A lot of full armors though across the board. There's respect being shown here by PRX, and it will force a hand of Leaf. He has to be incredibly precise if he wants to get value out of it. There's the one person with half armor.
The only one person with half armor, and it's Jing who gets caught.
Unfortunate. Still, seeing that util, that is a hell of a peek by something, and rapid shooting it is really at his best. Jonah P taken out of the equation now. Drone up and over, looking for some mid-round information. Devi's going to be tagged up, but still stands his ground, holds it down.
Trent maybe asked a huge amount of in this round. He had a big round where he was defending the B site on Corrode.
It's fake pressure by Patman.
But I don't think that they should fall for this. Jorg has full A main info. The thing is, they're so far away, Valen and Jorgamo. They can't really help. That's why I'm saying massive pressure on Trent here.
And Leaf up through mid, 2 shots to the body, chest, or legs. Pick whatever you want. At the end of the day, it's all down to Trent right now into this spot, and he's still dodging, weaving, ducking away from all of this iron. A fight taken towards it. PRX ensuring that they hold on. They keep their eyes onto the smokes of those guns, well trained. Divert themselves into a 2v2 from this spot.
Devi's going to hear Jorg coming up. Maybe not. He just cut noise.
He did cut noise from it, and the barrel's going to be poking out before. No, not quite. It's all about the timing here. Devi trying to cut it up into the corner, but the clearance. Immaculate stuff from Jorg. Piece by piece. Taking bite-sized chunks out of the site, making sure that they can clear most of the way. It's up to Forsaken. He's been a menace. He had a hot hand earlier. We'll see if he can keep it going now into this 1v2. Currently 16 and 8. The players dropping down and giving him that perfect timing. Snapping to it. 1v1. He's earned it. The IGL does it again.
He is unstoppable, man. When you get him in these spots, he just makes the right decision every time. Another Red Bull clutch for Forsaken in a 1v2. And it's his push forwards to wrap around Dice here that just destroys G2.
Passes the jump down, finds himself in a lone fight.
There was one way that PRX were coming back into this game, and it was by winning a critical 1v1 clutch on the pistol, and then a bonus round from Forsaken.
Forsaken! Jason! Nice on!
My God, they are doing it. The stress now over on the other side of the camp, because G2 can feel that they're losing control of this game. It should have been a slam dunk, easy one. They won pistol, and they only got 4 in the first half. It's your attack side of Ascent. You're about to go into double Senti defense. You should be chilling.
Should have been over, but PRX are never done when you think. You can't count this team out.
No.
Individual abilities. I mean, Forsaken has really been the counterweight to Leaf.
He has, yeah.
Top of the scoreboard, currently at 18 and 8. He's winning clutches consistently throughout.
And Leaf's been on his punish game, hasn't he? Every time it feels like he's shutting down somebody else. Whereas Forsaken's been the playmaker. He's been running around there finding the most outrageous timings and utilizing his creativity more than anything else. They're incredible to watch, the people that you got in the server today. It is a beautiful way to open playoffs here at Champs. But one of these teams is going to have to try to make an outrageous lower bracket run.
You never really want to be in that spot whatsoever.
I mean, there have been almost no teams that have made a huge lower bracket run like that.
No, it takes insane resilience.
I mean, I think back to FPX at Copenhagen. Only team that's gone on something like one of these squads would have to.
Right. G2 have been knocked down to the weaker weaponry, so they take that time during the timeout and now to think about what they need to correct moving forwards. But bit of working of mid here from PRX. Leaf very aggro. Risk to be taken. This would be a round to do it, and he does get his chance there with a headhunter. No one was covering Jing on the cross.
Almost every round is ending B. If you're on an eco and you can afford to take more risks, you just stack B. And they've got 3 bodies on it at the moment. I'd be tempted to get another in this direction.
Chuck darts to try and pave the way. Drone needs to be broken. It does clear Jonah P up into that spot. Smoke as well propped up and on top of the wall. Nothing going to be escaping the eye of Jing. It's going to be sharp, but it goes on either side here. This is surgical precision by G2. With the Sheriffs in their hands, they're making the most of the chaos. And now, quick pivot all the way over towards A. That's a deep TP into Wine Forsaken. Has to be sure that this is clear most of the way. And the spikes last across this angle. Leaf doesn't have enough bullets to do the job.
The bucket wasn't going to do the job from that distance.
Jorgamo going for a repeat of his own, but it's all been contained here by Divide. Valeno has dropped this one. The spike down into Cat.
That's just off sound cues.
He's got to know the rough position. There's only 13 seconds left. This is it. Forsaken's got to get a bit of a move on. He's got to watch this the entire time. Door closed, and he does punish. Time earned. Carves out a path to success. It was the only way he could win this one. PRX, they withstand that pressure.
I feel like every time PRX are pushed to the brink in this match, Forsaken comes through for them. I think the lone exception was something winning that ridiculous round to get them into OT on Corrode, but every other moment, it's their captain steering the ship through stormy waters.
Wow.
Oh, he did just catch a glimpse of Pac-Man there. God, the stress must be ridiculous in that coaching booth.
Time to jump.
Both teams have Steel Garden to try to work with. 4 in a row now for PRX, but G2 are on the favored side, remember.
Flash an early take towards A main. Deep wall as well from Divide. Look at the control at B.
The spike is not going A. I mean, it only went A in the previous round because there was literally every defender stacking the B site on an eco. PRX still looking like they want to pressure B over and over and over again. Now they've got the res here, so Jing shouldn't be as aggressive as he was in previous rounds. Let other people lead and take those early duels.
That one with a drone. Backing out. Leaf doesn't take his TP, so he's still got the rendezvous for a rainy day, which is Steel Garden's coming through anyway. Weaponry now going to have to be fully reliant on a headhunter, but I don't think Leaf's got any bullets to really to his name. Just trying to tuck tight, ensure that he's not cleared out from this spot here while Something looks to try and get the clearance down. Leaf, he's answered straight back. The weapon's into his hands and he's rendezvous TP'd into the side, man. Eventually cleared up. That's Steel Garden both ways. Weapons taken away. The res in sight. Shorty does the job. Close quarters. That's where the action lies. Weapons to swing back out here. PRX have found themselves a way back in. But Jorgamo looking to see if he can answer. Knocking at the door, him and Jonah P. But Jonah P no more. There it is. Quick cleanup in the end. 3-piece by Jing. And a lead taken by PRX.
I really like this B exec where Jing doesn't wall up on the box, but instead goes and walls off market or something like that to stop the defenders coming through.
Down B.
Leaf picking up 2,
Down B.
but he's got no escape mechanism there. I mean, they'd really have to not know what was going on to get caught by that. But then Jing also playing for the res in that spot towards the end. Helps them enormously. It's a big round. PRX take the lead and knock G2's economy down. G2 need answers fast.
This is insane work by PRX. You're right, Josh. G2, they need answers. It's supposed to be their favored side, but pistol round, bonus conversion, round after round is being put together. Relentless as the opposition.
Whereas G2... Oh, Valent slipped back in.
He's trying to find that. It's been cleared anyway. It's going to be spammed surely here. This Anchor Smoke's the plan. Try and work his way around Something. Precise and sharp. Jorgamo trying to play tucked. What is that? Reactions by Jing. Disgusting stuff. The Tour de Force trailing back into the fight, but you don't have any advantage. 5 alive for PRX. Slow orbs at your feet. cut out of every possible spot.
They've got the money, they might as well go for it.
No way. Leaf. Plenty an angle to be found. He's almost collected that onto Jing. Clearance on top of the wall, and damage done. As the matter that Jing is low. Done the deflecting this round. 2 rounds now being the difference, and PRX leading, running away with it.
Incredible resilience from PRX. To be coming back into the lead after a 4-8-half on your defense side. It's so different the way that both teams are approaching the attack side too. G2 was slow, controlled, trying to post up on angles and punish. PRX are just running execs. First 30 seconds, after doing a little bit of defaulting maybe, they go for a pop. And usually it's been on B. That was the first time where they've actually planned to end A at the start of the round. And now maybe faking it out at the beginning again. But I don't think they're going to end with rifles on A pretty much ever.
I think to take the fight that direction.
No, I think they only did it that previous because they knew it was an eco for G2.
Yeah. Hold on, what is this based off of? The Hunter's Fury?
Ripping it.
Okay.
Misclick.
Bit of spam down into mid, potentially a misclick, but he's only getting the damage onto 180. Onto device, shot dart from up deep overhead, the way up. The heel in the back pocket though, he's going to be back up to 100.
They could have comboed it with the Euro World. They could have used it as the PRX were pushing.
It's got to be a fat finger here. Jorgamo, he's not leaving.
Terrible gate crash as well.
Trying to stay into the fight.
Terrible gate crash.
Way out into the open in that spot. Not in a position to try and withstand that pressure. PRX are really applying it now. Evenly across the board, and this is moving over towards B. Starwood is the defense again. They've got those thorns to try and delay and slow this one down. A tag with the drone potential there for a fight to be taken, especially as that smoke dissipates. Thorns at your feet, spam into the corner. I think they know that Jing's in that spot and that position, and Leaf, time to strike is there. The backstab that they needed as a spike drop down in the middle of nowhere. He doesn't overstay his welcome.
Thorns activated.
Let the spike be retrieved, let it be picked back up. There's 15 seconds left and you haven't cleared these site plays. Jonah P, the anchor, and a thorn in their side. The flash and a peek, he's been denied. Deleted here. The Panthers going down fast and loose from G2. Trying to take the fight now, trying to take it together. And eventually they get the job done. But my God, did it take everything.
Leaf again with a really important double kill. Takes the opportunity to push that wall, take a risk in mid. At the same time, as Valen and Trent are throwing util at people. But there are some real wobbles going on here. There's never a world where your gate crash should be there. Mistakes earlier on in the round even as well. I was worried they're about to give Patman a lineup towards the end. Maybe some mental issues creeping in here for G2, but they win the round anyway. Both teams with an operator. Devi might be taking a look at trying to post this one up towards B main.
And Jog's got a judge.
Yeah, well, their economy's shot. Bulldog as well coming out from Valen.
Yeah, not out of the danger zone just yet. He up here, Forsaken. The angle he wanted.
Devi's actually holding his operator in B main, expecting Jorg to go for a push. Maybe Jorg would if he had a rifle, but he's got a judge, so I mean, he's never peeking this.
He's just holding.
And if you go back into B, which PRX 90% of the time are going to go back into B, Jorg will be there. The question is just how he uses his gate crashes, and this second one is actually used quite early on. I was wondering if he might be a bit more conservative with them.
Deep in the mid, that's a footstep heard. Trent is aware that something trying to take a timing against him.
Fake teleport.
Slow and steady is the game plan.
Retrieving flash.
They're leaving B. A rare A finish here perhaps from PRX. And Forsaken's got good control over towards A main. One trip and pressure on Leaf with the off.
They're going into him now. See what he can get done here. Potential damage to be dished out to Paranoid to try and slow them once more. Well, in your face there, as blind as anything, and he just spots it. Jump spot of something was a little bit too out into the open. There's enough of an angle that they can jump on it, but a res immediately to try and undo the damage. Something back into the fight. 5 players trying to look and make their mark into him. With just a judge in the hand, Jorgamo, he can only do so much. Players are drifting into this fight, but it is slapdash, not put together whatsoever here from G2. Door needs to be broken. An avenue and a sight line, and Leaf does deliver. Death blow after death blow, but Patman looking to answer straight back, and damage done to Valen. Weak as anything. Handed it back to Forsaken with a deeper TP. Jonah P will clean them up. These players, weak as anything. It's going to come down to the tiniest of details. Who can hit the first shot? And that is a risky one. Jump spawning around, jumping down into the fight. Batman left into the 1v1. Down in his face. He's going to try and break this one down, but with the damage done and the right click, Trent delivers it.
And he's got the time on the defuse. He gets revenge for that pistol round clutch. Patman did everything he could.
Oh my God.
But Trent delivers to tie things up at 10-10. That round was madness. Absolute madness. Leaf gets 2 huge ones. Jonah P also, by the way, picking up Forsaken in spawn like he did on Karo. Forsaken constantly trying to inject chaos into rounds like that. I was worried because G2 didn't have a follow-up for Jorgamo's ult. He just ended up at Jenny with a judge. Very bizarre. Economy actually in a horrible spot for both teams. Odds and ends as we head into round 21.
No. There's no scrim that can prepare you for this. Adjustments on adjustments.
Scanning ahead.
What an incredible pleasure that every map has been on a knife's edge as well.
Yeah, it's rare that you see that in Valorant these days.
It is.
Often ends up being more one-sided, but these two teams, even.
Leaf is opping here without a smoke in his face.
Might be getting a lot of pressure now, though. That drone will be clearing him. Breaks it, will commit to it. As soon as he sees the bodies and the signs of life, just backing himself out and away.
Smoked off now as PRX look like they're going for an A split.
Choking them out here. There's a Hunter's Fury to see if they can set this one up. But the Thorns as well. It's going to be delayed. No one can really push forwards and past that. It's a wasted ult at the end. Only a bit of damage onto Jorg. And bodies are reinforcing. G2 have the entirety of the team. The army has arrived to try and put a stop to most of this. But a dart late in being delivered. Leaf, though, still getting active. He's forwards again into his approach, trying to bait those shots. And he can't be stopped. This is ridiculous from him. One-man army himself. Big reveal, but coverage in sight. Forsaken, eager to put the bullets straight back into that body here, but a reveal onto it. These shots are coming thick and fast. Patman barely able to survive. 4 bullets left. He's going to try and find these shots individually, but it's all Jonah P. Too sharp, adjusting in time. G2, the ones up to 11, the ones leading by 1 round.
And Leaf again is the monster player, the superstar for G2. He's got 29 kills here across 21 rounds.
For a 30 bomb.
Yeah, and this year, there's a decent argument that he's been the best player of 2025. He was competing early on in the year with players like Trent, competing late in the year with people like Forsaken, something. He's directly going toe-to-toe with 2 of his competitors right now for best player in the world. And he's the most impactful player on the server. And Leaf still has the op. That round was a big eco swing. And PRX are taking a half buy.
Yeah.
Almost allowing G2 to get up to match point. Hoping that they can draw things into OT or pull out a thrifty from nowhere. These A finishes have not been working.
Been struggling.
But they keep doing them in the last few rounds.
Subvert the expectations perhaps, but...
Decoy.
Seeing how to gear up towards this one. A few Sheriffs, Bulldog and a Vandal. It's the only thing they're working with. Double up with the smokes as well, denying that heaven angle just in case the operator was there, but Leaf to reposition. He misses his shot. Rarity at that, and he doesn't take the time to TP away. It's Forsaken with the punish. He was to play with a rifle. Needed to be the case, and the Sheriffs, wow! PRX, you know how to make them work. 2 players down here for G2 and an open site now and an open plan. PRX, a lot of damage being taken into the process, but you got to try and win this one with overwhelming firepower. Sightlines are being cut away. Spam into the floorboards. Trent to remove Patman. Now he's looking for a little bit more. Big flash though, and an even better swing. Forsaken is putting matters into his own hands as the IGL. Straight shots and straight bullets. He's barely alive, but he's still getting it done. 3 for him. And time has been bought for his team to survive into this one, to play it all together. What a play by Forsaken. Put it all on his shoulders, and he will withstand it.
He's got the whole of PRX on his back right now. It's outrageous. Every single time they need a hero, he steps up.
You can kill me.
It's just back and forth between Forsaken and Leaf for who's doing the most for their team. It's mad to watch, and look at what it's done to the economy. 1 thrifty round towards the end, and it could have flipped the whole series on its head.
Gone lopsided again.
Leaf, though, still with the tour de force.
He's been a danger player. Drone early. Usage onto him, tags him up. Doesn't care, disrespect. Fully being showcased. Deep TP into the bottom section of mid. We'll have to TP back here. PRX now looking like they want to speed up into this perhaps. Thorns are being layered down to try and set this one up. Something, it's going to be that blade from the side. These are anchor players on G2.
Jonah has ult.
All triggered, flash forwards, and his shots in the dark as well through that smoke. Jorgamo, he's gone down. Still these angles, needs to be watched for. Jim will have to respect that one, and inside that smoke, it's straight bullets being fired forwards. Shorty with a double dash there, a double right click. Jonah P is the one to put him down anyway. Plant going down now for Patman. Ships in the night, these players have rotated around, but they need to clear up something from this spot. G2, they need a chance. And it solely rests on making sure that they can get rid of something. Ripping the ult. They think it's winnable. Dimensional Drift, he's going to be getting the hell out of there. Something looking to rejoin the rest of his team. He's body blocking, just being that nuisance player. And trying to, a bit of a run on, trying to get a bit of a move on. Balance forwards as well. Now barely any bullets to work with. It's all PRX. A complete collapse and cleanup. The 12th round is theirs. One more step for match point.
What a recovery. You can't praise him enough. I don't have enough superlatives in my vocabulary to handle this one. Yes, they've won the double pistol, but man coming back from an 8-4 down half.
It's unreal.
To run every single attack round basically back and now be up 12-11. But the previous one was an anti-eco, now G2 with rifles back. And Trent's overalt that I think last time he misclicked.
Game of survival here for G2. They do not want to be dropped into that lower bracket. One round is going to make the difference.
Could be Leaf's 30th.
Respects it though. Sees that flash, will take the TP this time. Doesn't overstay it.
And now Devi can take away their guns.
Immediately Clone as well, just pops up the wall. They want to move into this one as he's still got on their own.
You have to Soveralt this.
Soveralt's going to be used though. That's an attempt at a punish. Could be some connections coming through. And there it is. Long range with the artillery. Trent trying to make the play towards it, but that's a res to instantly undo most of that damage. And something inserted himself. Making a bit of a home, just trying to set up camp, and they are trying to remove him out with that util. It's clean, but it goes on either side once more. It's all down to the finer details, and the gunplay is what matters most. G2.
Forsaken, ulting, and now they're looking for him around spawn. They know, though, that the spike is going down over towards B. Valen checking B main.
Cancelled.
Full 3v3.
Gets the clearance onto this one. It comes down to it. The gunfight's taken. This PRX who want to square up towards it. They hear the footsteps, and they see the shot. Devi rains down that ledge. And it's PRX who survive. PRX who keep going. And PRX who deny G2 that chance and send them packing to the lowers.